Hi, friends. We're back with another week of Captain Handsome's handicapping attempts. Uh, we did not have a spectacular week last week, but luckily the Bills bailed us out a little bit. We were down 2.16 units, which amazingly on the year has us up exactly 2 units. It's another first for me. I've never been up an exact number of units before, so that's fun. Obviously, we had some bad luck with the Dolphins with the backdoor cover. They were never really going to win that game. Dolphins fans will tell you, "Oh, we brought us back into it," but Kansas City was always in control. Tua had a heck of a game, though. I was correct that he outdueled Patty Mahomes. Both of their numbers were fairly similar. Mahomes did have 3 picks, which was insane. Xavier Howard had another pick. He doesn't get nearly enough credit for all what he does on that defense. It's crazy that they keep throwing at him, but he'll keep picking the ball if you keep throwing it at him. Byron Jones had his first for the Dolphins, which is nice. He's not really a pick guy, so that was fun. This week we're expecting more Tua dominance, right? I'll get right to the picks because I want to be quick. I got some plans with my family today. So the first game that I am looking at, I'm going back to the well that burned me last week, and I'm taking Kansas City -3. I'd heard there were 2.5, so I didn't see any. If you do see a 2.5, now that Breeze has been announced the starter, I would jump all over it. I've got Kansas City -3 for 2 units as my official play, but I would definitely add a third unit if I could get it at -2.5. I might even sprinkle some more on that myself personally if I can find 2.5. Kansas City tends to play to their competition. They started very poorly against Miami, and then they turned it on, said, all right, we got to do what we got to do, and then did enough at the end to win the game, which is what they need to do. New Orleans, I don't think, we saw last week, they got taken apart by Philadelphia, but it seems like it seems like it was probably a look-ahead game. They said, okay, let's come here, let's do our business, let's get this victory, and then we'll go and play Kansas City next week in the game that matters. And they weren't super prepared. I actually fear New Orleans from a New Orleans perspective more with Breeze in. He broke all of his ribs and had a punctured lung, I believe. And so he's come back fairly quick from that. I know that he's a tough dude. I know that he's, had, since that injury in San Diego, when the Dolphins decided they didn't want him. Great move, guys. Nick Saban is the worst. He has been a fairly, steady guy. He obviously had the injury last year, and his body seems to start to be breaking down. And I don't know if rushing him back this early is the right idea. If you're going to win in the playoffs, you're going to have to beat tough teams anyways. So maybe you don't worry that Green Bay, is sitting in the number 1 seed right now, and maybe you say, hey, let's get this guy healthy. Maybe you give Winston a shot today. Like I don't know. Like I think they're rushing him back a little early. I think that maybe he feels fine right now, but the first time Frank Clark, lands on him, he's not going to feel so fine. So I'm interested to see what happens there. I think Kansas City wins this game. I don't think they're going to win it by 20 points or anything crazy like that, but I think 3 is a market correction because they have been so poor against the spread. And if you're -7 versus Miami, who, they're playing well, but they don't have anywhere the talent of the Saints yet. If you're -7 against Miami, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this line is short considering that New Orleans is beat up. So anyways, I'm taking Kansas City -3 for 2 units. Sorry, I'm rambling today. Been a long morning. My boy woke me up at 6:30. The second one is the New England-Miami game, and I am on the Pats. And I know that people have reached out to me and said, like, you try to reverse jinx your team by betting against them. And I thought about that this week, and then I really thought about it. And Belichick hasn't lost to a rookie quarterback in 7 years. Justin Herbert, who every Dolphins fan likes to talk about because they are saying, oh, the Dolphins screwed up in taking Tua. Justin Herbert's so good. He doesn't win very much, but I guess he puts up a lot of passing numbers. So if you want Matt Ryan without any championships, you can have Matt Ryan without any championships. I think Tua's a better thinker, and I think I think he's the answer. So I'm hoping for big things out of my boy. But I think this game's going to be a challenge for him. The New England defense is very good. You saw what they did to a rookie quarterback, and who everybody thinks is probably going to win the offensive rookie of the year, and well deserved. I mean, he has put up great numbers. I'm not trashing Herbert. I think he's going to be great. I just think that Dolphins fans are such negative Nancy's that they want to crap on everything, and they love to crap on Tua. So yeah, I think the Pats are going to beat the Dolphins. I think the things that the Dolphins do really well, they do special teams really well, they do defense really well, they do limiting mistakes really well. Those are all things that Belichick is the best at. So do I think the Dolphins are going to have a monster special teams game against the Patriots? No. Do I think I do think that there's an opportunity on defense to turn over the ball because Cam is poo. And I think that the chance the Dolphins have in this game is just to shut Cam down. If they have a bunch of design runs, Miami's not great against, I believe they were heading into last week, they were the worst. They had the worst numbers for opponent quarterback rushing against them. And they're obviously not great against the run, which is what New England does well. So I think it's a recipe for disaster for Miami. I still think Miami's a better team than New England. And I know that Miami normally wins in Miami in these games. And I'm hoping that the home field advantage is that it's a little bit warmer than the Pats are used to. But it's December, so it's not going to be hot, right? So yeah, it's the truth is I love the Dolphins. I really hope they win. I hope I'm reverse jinxing them. I really hope that, but I really think New England's going to win this game. So I've got 2 units on the Pats. The other game that I have is the San Francisco 49ers giving 3 points at Dallas. The Niners are starting to get healthier. They've been playing for the most part better. Obviously, they had a hiccup last week against a Washington team that doesn't get enough credit for the amazing things that they're doing. I think the Niners have a bounce back. I think that they beat Dallas pretty handily. I think Dallas had a great game against a really bad team. I added a bunch of money on Dallas last week because I just said I don't see any possible way they don't smash them in this game, and they did, and they should have. So Zeke still doesn't look the same. That offensive line is still beat up. That defense is still not great. And I think that, they're going to be able to do whatever they want to do. The Niners are going to be able to do whatever they want to do in this game. And I think they're going to win it pretty handily. So I've got San Fran -3 for a unit. I also have a 2-unit 7-point teaser, which includes the Patriots, who are teased up to plus 8.5. If I think they're going to, even if Miami does win this, I don't think there's any chance they blow them out. I think that's really unrealistic. So if Miami wins it, they win it by 5 or 6 or something like that. So give me 8.5 all day long. I think that's pretty much a lock. I also have the Colts playing the Texans, teased to minus 0.5. So essentially the Colts just have to win. I don't think there's any chance that Texans team beats that Colts team. The Colts are good. Their defense is strong. It's not the number 1 defense people thought it was at the beginning of the year, but it's still a very good defense. They have figured out Frank Reich, being the genius that he is, has figured out how to get the best out of Phillip Rivers, who looked awful early in the season and looks much more efficient now. And Jonathan Taylor's starting to come on. T.Y. Hilton is starting to come on again. He's caught a few in the last few weeks. So I wanted to take the Colts minus 7.5 as an official play. I have money on it. I just didn't. I love Deshaun Watson so much that I'm like, man, he can do so much on his own, even though he's got no weapons because Fuller, is out with his suspension. So I like Colts minus 0.5 in that. And the other one, the other part of it is Steelers minus 6. I hate that I really only teased it through one key number, and people will just rake me over the coals for that. But I do think that the Steelers are going to smash Cincy. I think it's a pretty easy one to include in there. I don't see any way that, you can say what you want about this. The Steelers have their warts and have clearly been showing with the injuries that they're in trouble. There's no way they don't win this by a touchdown. Cincy can't score. Is Cincy, even with that beat up defense, can Cincy score a touchdown on them? I don't think they can. So, Cincy, I put their cap at 9 points. Like, I don't think they get to double digits, and the Steelers need to, that means the Steelers need to, score, 2 touchdowns and a field goal, which is something they can definitely do very easily. So I I definitely think the Steelers, as the third leg of that, are a good play. I get it that it's a square play. I get it that, only teasing through one key number is not the right thing to do, but it's going to come through. And, even though I did the wrong thing, we're still going to make money off of it. So that's what we're doing with that for 2 units. So quickly to recap, Kansas City -3 for 2 units. New England money line, which is currently +110 for 2 units. San Francisco -3 for 1 unit, and a 7.2 unit teaser, which includes the Colts -0.5, the Pats +8.5, and the Steelers -6. Guys, I'm going to try to do one before Christmas for next week. I don't know if I'll have time to or if I'll be able to. If I can't, I will post everything on Twitter, as I always do, at CPT_handsome. Otherwise, I hope you're all being safe. I hope you're all having a great Christmas. It's a really tough year, so if you need help, please reach out to people who can help you. You can reach out to me. I don't even care if I know you. If you need to talk to somebody, I will be here. This is a really crappy year. It's a really tough time of year to have such a crappy year and not be able to visit people that you want to visit. So please, guys, take care of yourselves. Reach out if you need it. And don't be silly and be depressed and gamble all your money, because that doesn't make this as much fun as it is right now. I wish you all the best luck this weekend. Thank you guys for watching.